Welcome to Homework Lib.
From the following figure, what can we conclude about a possible side-side angle SSA congruence criterion? Option A, SSA is a valid congruence criterion. Option B, SSA is not a valid congruence criterion. Option C, SSA is a criterion that works sometimes. Or option D, there is nothing we can conclude. Let's begin by looking at the two triangles in the figures we are given. We have two side lengths in the triangles which are congruent, since BC and B'C' are both given as 5 length units. Then we have a second pair of side lengths which are congruent. AB and A'B' are both given as 2 length units. And we can also note that the measure of angle ACB and the measure of angle A'C''B' are both equal to 16.1 degrees. So in the two triangles, we have two pairs of sides congruent and a pair of angles congruent. Notice that we cannot say these two triangles are congruent by applying the side angle side congruency criterion because the angle is not the included angle between the two sides. And so, as the question asks, might there be a possible side-side angle criterion? Well, if we just looked at the information we had written, it might look like an excellent start to a proof. But in fact, we need to have a closer look at the figures. Remember that we can think informally of congruent figures as being the same shape and size. But we can see that triangles ABC and A'B''C' are clearly not the same shape. So, proving that two triangles have two pairs of sides congruent and a non-included pair of angles congruent would not be enough to prove that the two triangles are congruent, since we can see that by using these facts alone, two non-congruent triangles have been drawn. And therefore, we can conclude that SSA is not a valid congruence criterion. It might be easy to wonder why we didn't select option C. SSA is a criterion that works sometimes. Because, after all, it would work sometimes. And the best response to that is that we don't have rules in mathematics that work sometimes. We don't say that sometimes the angle measures in a triangle add to 180 degrees because we want to be sure that they always do. And we want the criteria that we use to prove triangles are congruent to always be true. And if they only work sometimes, then they are not valid rules. So SSA is not a valid congruence criterion.